Today we are in Los Angeles at the Live Steamers Railroad Museum in Griffith Park. Walt Disney's barn sits right here in the middle and shares the property. The barn is where it all started and is called the birthplace of Disney Imagineering. The idea of Disneyland started right here in this barn. But before we ride the train, let's go all the way back to the beginning and learn the history of how it all started. Walt Disney was a railroad enthusiast. His love for trains was passed on by his uncle, who had been a steam locomotive engineer. He also grew up in an era in which steam trains and the promise of faraway travel they brought with them appealed to many. It was because of Walt's passion for trains that in 1950, he built a live steam backyard railroad in the garden of his home on Carolwood Drive in Los Angeles. He called it the Carolwood Pacific Railroad. Disney's 2,615 feet of track included a 46-foot-long trestle, loops, overpasses, gradients, an elevated dirt berm, and a 90-foot tunnel underneath his wife's flower bed. Amidst the circuit, Walt Disney had a barn built where he could store and maintain his rolling stock, and it also served as the main control room. The building was designed after the barn his family had in Missouri, where Walt had the most wonderful time of his childhood. Walt also used the Carolwood Pacific Railroad barn as a place to relax and brainstorm about future projects. It was here that Walt Disney envisioned a theme park that was surrounded by a miniature train. Therefore, the barn is often seen as the birthplace of Disney Imagineering. In 1964, Walt Disney donated 1,500 feet of his track, his diamond crossing, switches, switch actuator, and his long wooden bridge and trestle supports to the Los Angeles Live Steamers. Members proposed another extension of the track with the materials from Mr. Disney. They used the wood and rails that were donated to create the Disney Loop on the south edge of the facility in 1965. Shortly after, it was decided that Walt Disney would be granted a charter membership in the club because he had already built a 7 1/4 gauge, 2,500-foot railroad around his home in the early 40s, and thus was already a long-time live steamer. Mr. Disney came to the live steamers quite often during the work week with his brown lunch bag. His studio was quite close to the facility. He would walk around the track and relax from the pressures of his work. In 1999, Walt Disney's family moved the barn that he called his happy place from his old home to the new location in the middle of the Live Steamers Railroad to be enjoyed by everyone. Walt's barn is now a museum filled with items relating to his personal railroad history, the history of Disneyland, and many interesting miniature live steam and other models. This is a testament to preserving technology and crafts that might otherwise have been forgotten in today's fast-paced digital world. So please join us as we ride this historic piece of railroading history, and let's step back in time together and enjoy what Walt Disney and the other founding members enjoyed so much.